Just excited to get started, really. We start at first weekend of school after Labor Day. We're going down to Olathe to play in the Central Region Fall Preview practice round on Labor Day, actually, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we'll play. Coach down in Oklahoma sets it up and puts it on, and he invites the top 16 teams or so in the region. So it's really good competition. It's a great bar to measure ourselves on immediately. So once we get started school, our first practice is the Thursday, fourth day of school, and it's qualifying. We'll qualify Thursday, Friday, weather permitting, and then I'll take the girls down there and we'll see what we're made of right away. Other than that, it's just competition. That's the theme of the year. Signed 5 freshmen that are all pretty good, are going to have an impact immediately in terms of either playing or at least pushing the upperclassmen for spots, traveling to tournaments and playing. So the competition will be much improved just because we're kind of all in the same pack, all 10 girls. So I'm excited about that to see where we are. A better schedule this year, just scheduling wise. I took the job kind of late in the summer last fall and packed everything together. I don't think we had a weekend off in the fall. We played 6 straight weekends. The only time we got off was our home tournament that got canceled because of weather. So spread it out a little bit more. That's going to allow for the girls to work on their game a little more. Last year I felt like I was rushing them through. They didn't really have a chance to get to the range or to play holes or whatever, and work on what they were struggling on. It was, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was a tournament. If we had one practice, we got one practice in, and then we were traveling again the next week or the next weekend to play again. So we didn't have 8-9 day break between tournaments where we could work on stuff, and that was just me, not really knowing the whole realm of the sport. So I've got a better grasp of that now. Talking with the girls last year, and even some of the girls that graduated the year before. Just got a better handle on that. So we got a couple of back-to-back throughout there, but a little better schedule there. Also, not traveling as far a few times. I had to move our home date tournament, so I can't go to the Central Oklahoma tournament, which is kind of a downgrade, just because obviously those guys, a lot of those schools down there can play, and they're at the top of their leagues or divisions or however you want to say it, NAI schools and D2 schools. So. Had to move our tournament, but we're getting some good Northern Sun teams to come down, so that'll be good. Also playing in an NAIA tournament down at Park. Park University's hosting one, so I traded that one out, and it'll be good. It's going to challenge us, like I said. The Central Region Fall Preview will be a great challenge immediately, and then playing in our own tournament will have some Northern Sun teams in it. The Park will be good. For our girls anyway, staying kind of close to home. We are going to Tahlequah again this fall, which is always a great tournament. Coach Varner does a great job down there. So schedule will be great. I think, just spreading it out a little bit will be more conducive to adjusting and improving throughout the year. Individual player, I guess all of them individually, it's like I said to begin with, the competition is going to be so much better this year from top to bottom. We don't have that girl is going to stick out and be our number one all year on paper. Now, if that comes to fruition throughout the year, so be it. But on paper, top 10 girls, all the 10 girls have got a chance to compete and play and push. I took the same 6 or 7 girls to every tournament last year just by necessity. I mean, that's where the gaps were at, just because of Shelby Williams was hurt and sick last year, so that kind of kept her out of the mix. Obviously she's had a good summer, she'll be healthy, so she's back in the mix now with all my returners. All 5 of the returners have got that same skill set, same caliber of play, really, if they're all healthy and playing well. So there's competition amongst them, obviously. The 5 freshmen I brought in have all had success at the high school level. They've had success this summer in tournaments, so it's going to be a modge podge of competition there between those girls, which is healthy in my opinion. I think to get this program to start going in the direction we want it to go, I need that. I need girls to feel that pressure of competing when they're qualifying, so they can go to tournaments and play, and then even on top of that, after they play and they get to that tournament, not being complacent with okay, hey, I'm our number 3. I'm going to be the number 3 all year, because it's not going to be the case this year. That competition is going to drive our team scores down, just out of necessity. But on top of that, it's going to drive each girl to compete every time they go out, and when they get something out of their practice rounds, to get something out of their practice times on the range, and then on top of that, when they're playing rounds competitively, to get the most out of it, because they're going to practice like that every single time. So we'll see.